By now, you're familiar with the Finals MVP and how important he was to driving the Knicks to their first title in 53 years. But behind the accolades for the big names like Brunson and Towns, there's another player getting much less fanfare and recognition. But if we dig into the advanced stats, we'll see Jose Alvarado was instrumental in earning New York the NBA championship. In fact, if we look at the playoffs as a whole, it's Alvarado who has the second highest net rating differential on the team. While his numbers don't jump off the screen at all, if we use a trained eye, we'll be able to fully appreciate why he's so damn valuable to his team. Let's start with the headline, the crucial Game 4 comeback that effectively decided the series. The key for New York was forcing Wemby to defend on the perimeter, and they knew setting a pin down with Alvarado would lure Wemby to switch and stay in the paint. They then ghosted Cat out of the way, and watch how solid Alvarado's ball screen is set. There is no other choice but for Wemby to switch onto the ball. Now, playing Alvarado with Brunson was effective since they'd have another ball handling creator when Brunson gets doubled and gives the ball up. Alvarado attacks on the catch to the preferred middle of the floor, and that directly opens up the wide open corner three for OG. Mike Brown capitalized on the Spurs' desire to send two to Brunson by having Alvarado be the screener and popper. Another attack on the catch gets him a large advantage immediately, and the nice tween spin gets Champagnie all confused as he's laying it up deep in the fourth to cut the large lead. Alvarado is like having a coach on the floor as we see him directing traffic to make sure everyone is on the same page and running the correct set. Again, he lures the double of Brunson with the step-up screen. When they can't get an attack initially, he knows they should just try again as he slips another ball screen, pops to the open area, and Brunson has enough trust in him to make the right play with this crucial triple that cut the lead to 4. Remember this one? Well, it wasn't just a boneheaded decision by Fox to shoot the layup instead of pulling it out and running the clock. It was Jose's hustle back down court, not assuming he'd score, which earned him the rebound, and then his high IQ gets him near the half-court line under heavy duress, but he knows until both feet and the ball cross the half-court line, he can release the pressure by going back into the backcourt, which he does until Fox foolishly takes the foul here. Now, let's look at all the little things that could go unnoticed. On this Spain pick and roll, he's watching Bridges step up to backscreen the ball screeners man, and how Fox has no idea what's happening, meaning the lob to the front of the rim is open, forcing the Spurs to foul. Let's look at some subtle defensive things he did in the game so close at the end that every little possession mattered. We know that Wembanyama got tired by the end of these games, in no small part to all the physicality the Knicks imparted on him throughout the game. Alvarado is forced to pick him up in transition and puts his body on him to make it difficult to post up the mismatch until the entire team collapses into the paint as support. But he never wavers for a second, making sure Wemby feels a body on him and taking away preferred real estate. Alvarado steps on Wemby's foot and goes to the ground and somehow takes that personally and basically tackles Wemby for the much-deserved foul before risking a technical foul by just about walking over him, all part of the psychological toll they inflicted on the big man. Here's something really subtle. As the Spurs inbound, he quickly denies the pass to Castle. You can see Champagnie wanted to give it to him. This forces Harper to bring the ball up instead, something he doesn't often do. And now you've got their primary initiator deep in the weak side corner away from the action, while Harper is trying to create a step back three with OG in his face, and it airballs. Back to the offensive side, I'm sure we all remember how he patiently kept his spacing in the corner until they could skip it to him and get the kind of shooter's role usually reserved for Steph Curry. The Knicks' defensive game plan for the surefire lobs to Wemby was to get a body on him early enough where they could take a foul and then have to reset with a sideline out of bounds play and no points. And Alvarado's excellent execution paid off in a big way, as the Spurs failed to score on the ensuing possession since lobs aren't always so easy, but now check Alvarado's hustle back down the court. Because of it, Fox is distracted and doesn't notice Bridges streaking in behind him. That sprint directly opened up the lane for this layup and the comeback was on. And on this trip, there is slight confusion with the Knicks offense, and Alvarado freelances knowing Wemby is guarding him by sprinting through the lane and setting yet another solid ball screen that forces a switch so that Brunson could go to work into the lane and draw the shooting foul and free throws. The problem with someone like Jose Alvarado is that modern analytics can look at him and think he's not that valuable of a player when I keep showing you how many little things he does that directly impact winning but aren't necessarily measurable. Falling into that tech trap is exactly what happens when companies begin to grow quickly and turn to AI for their customer service. And that's where Decagon comes in. Decagon helps companies create personalized, concierge-style customer experiences with AI agents across chat, email, voice, and SMS. They're available 24/7, feel natural to talk to, and can resolve customer requests on their own. Decagon plugs directly into your existing systems, so agents can get live quickly. And because workflows can be updated using natural language, teams can make changes themselves without long engineering cycles. That means less time spent managing workflows, more time focused on customers, and ROI in weeks. Ready to transform your customer support? Go to decagon.ai/bball to get a personalized demo and see what Decagon can do for your team. This pistol action was used a lot between Alvarado and Cat that catches the Spurs completely out of position as Alvarado creates a wide open left wing three that, in turn, leads to the easy tip-in from Bridges. I was serious when I said all the physicality on Wemby took its toll over the length of the series, as Alvarado hits him low on the roll and then digs down to distract him with a swipe to deter the initial shot and/or pass before missing the heavily contested fadeaway. Here's yet another lob score to Wemby that Alvarado erases by not only taking the foul, but adding an extra bump which continued to deplete his energy. And that foul was even more valuable as the Knicks take away the initial pin down and get a stop on the next possession when Barnes can't hit the shot from the right wing. Because of his size, Jose has to be a bit more creative with his passing lanes. This wraparound bounce pass was necessary as it would have taken too long to pivot the other way to protect the ball from his man, and he earns the assist as Deuce gets a sliver of daylight to hit the shot. He's also got a ton of quickness and low center of gravity, so getting by Wemby isn't the issue. He did struggle a bit in this series to finish over the big man, but on this one, he was extremely smart to use the rim as an obstacle and to make sure he got the ball off the backboard in a hurry, leading to the goaltend when Wemby blocks it too late. Here's a cool teammate thing where he makes sure the refs call the foul on him and not OG, who could not afford to be in foul trouble with the number of minutes they needed him to play. And it's little hustle things, like digging down quickly from one pass away to disrupt the dribble from Harper, which directly leads to the turnover and transition opportunity for the Knicks. In Game 2, we saw more bumping of Wemby as the roller, and not only did it exhaust him eventually, but disrupted his emotional state as we see this aggressive push-off of Alvarado that could have been a technical foul. Here's some good leadership on offense as he recognizes that a ball screen out top can create a mismatch for Cat, then makes sure that Hart finds him down low, which all directly turns into a wide open three when 4 Spurs converge into the paint. This game went down to the wire and every extra possession matters. Alvarado could have easily hung out at the top of the key when this shot went up, but realized he had a teammate in Shamet as the safety and used his quickness to not only get the ball, but then find Shamet coming around for the jumper and increase the lead that would eventually dwindle to only 1 at the buzzer. In the clinching Game 5, just look at the example he sets defensively by harassing De'Aaron Fox on the right wing. He forces him to bend all the way over with his chest to the ground. Next, he knows he's a left-handed dominant player and rides that hip with intense pressure and physicality until the shot clock forces the shot to go up and they get the stop. Watch how physical he is with the screener to knock him off his line, then plays excellent defense to show his chest and take the contact from Castle, enough to knock Castle off balance and Cat to swoop in and clean up the rest. His aggressiveness with Brunson on the bench in the fourth was vital to begin the comeback. Finding a seam right in the middle of the court, watch how he forces 4 players into full rotations until Josh Hart decides to let this 3 fly right into the hoop. In the end, the Knicks were able to win this title as a true team, relying on everyone to contribute and play their roles perfectly. Now Jose Alvarado has some choices. He's got a player option to re-sign with the Knicks or get himself a raise he richly deserves by signing a handsome contract on the free agent market.